Hi, my name is Mark Brandsma. I live in Snohomish, Washington. I'm 6'8" tall, and I'm the owner of 6'8 Clothing Company. At 6'8 Clothing Company, what do? Well, it's right there. We are makers of casual clothing for the tall man. I'm here today because I'm seeking $150,000 in investment in exchange for 15% of my business. With this money, we will expand. Wait a minute. Who's just walking right through? You know what? Hi, honey. That's my very tall wife, all 5'4" of her. Just to give you a perspective that I am really 6'8" as I say I am. Here's 6'8", there's 5'4". Thanks, honey, great job. Okay, back to our money. We will expand and replenish our fall 2015 assortment. We will produce our 2016 spring assortment. Secondly, we will invest in systems that we'll need to service our future wholesale customers. And lastly, we will fund seasonal stores in several malls throughout the Seattle area for holiday 2015. As a 6'8" tall man growing up in the Netherlands, part of a fashion family, I was always frustrated with the poor assortment and the poor fit for guys my size. My friends got all the cool stuff. What did I get? Grandpa jeans. That's about it. Here in the US, big and tall stores have pretty much shifted all their focus away towards big and leaving tall guys like me out in the cold. Well, I'm here to tell you today that the big and tall segment is old, it's antiquated, it's out of touch, and it's ready for somebody to come in and overtake it, reinvent it, and dominate it. If you think I'm wrong, tell me a tall brand right now. Do you know a tall brand? Give me 2 seconds. Give me a name, a tall brand. That's right. I couldn't think of one either. That is why I started 6'8 Clothing Company. We launched 6'8 Clothing in July of 2013, offering 3 styles of jeans and 3 sets of shirts. We decided to launch at the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament, held each year in Spokane, Washington. Tell you what, no shortage of tall guys there that weekend. 6'8 was a hit. We got very emotional and passionate responses about our product, about the sizing, about the fact that a brand was there to cater to tall men. I remember one young man coming by. He was out at the event with friends, male and female, and he saw our brand. He was 6'9" tall, and he was excited. He wanted to try on our soft V-neck t-shirt, which has gone on to become our runaway #1 seller. As he came out of the fitting room, I took him aside from his friends and told him, hey, I'm going to have to forewarn you. This shirt is so soft, girls will have to come up to you all evening long and they just want to rub your arm. The moment that I say that, one of the gals from his entourage came over, unbeknownst we were talking about it, looked at his shirt and go, wow, this looks so cool. Starts rubbing his arm right away. He looks at me and laughed. He goes, you know what? I'm buying it and I'm not taking it off. Over the next 20 months, we would hear many, many more stories just like that. And in that time, we took in $120,000 in gross sales, both in the event sales and in online. Hey, what's so different about 6'8 Clothing Company? What makes us unique in the marketplace? Great question. Let's talk about that quickly. First of all, we are one of the few, if not only, brands out there exclusively dedicated to the tall man. Secondly, designing by a tall man for a tall man gives us a very unique perspective. We don't just make stuff longer, we also do the little things that make a tall difference. Like what? Well, we have bigger hands. What about pockets? Right, guys, you ever tried in your other jeans, try to put your hands in there, can only put 3 fingers in there? Well, not here. Wider pocket, deeper pocket bags, 11 inches deep, my hand goes in, goes out without requiring surgery. What about when you got to go to the bathroom, right? When you got to go, you got to go. Sometimes you're standing there looking for the tiny little zipper pull tab. Well, not here at 6'8". You got it, boom, you do your business, ready to go, okay? So next time, when you got to go, you're going to thank 6'8". What about the shirts? Well, we got shirts too, some things different there as well. The biggest gripe we have as tall guys about shirts is that there's an assumption that the taller we get, the wider we get. Let me show you what that means. I'm wearing a 6'8 flannel shirt. Great shirt, nice and long, feels good. The seams right here, the shoulders are right where we want them to be, okay? One of the nice features it has buttons, nice big button. Let me show you the buttons. Okay, made bigger for these big hands. Now, let me take this shirt off. Let me show you what I used to wear. Okay, sorry taking this off. I'm showing off the gray, super soft V-neck t-shirt, by the way, that I'm wearing as a layer under my flannel. And here we go. Now I'm wearing a dress shirt I haven't worn in years. Sorry, guys. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I have to wear, in the old days, a double XL just to get some length. So these sleeves are actually not too bad. They're about an inch too short, but it's doable. Okay, but secondly, you guys, I'm going to button this up with these buttons. Are you kidding me? Here are my fingers. Here it is button. Crazy, right? Whoever makes this shirt, you guys, hey, you're catering to tall, big guys. Make these buttons a little bit bigger. At 6'8", we do that. Okay, now I have to actually watch what I'm doing, make sure I don't miss because these buttons are so small. Anyways, okay, on the shoulder, 1 inch over, way too wide. If I go like this, look at it, I'm swimming in this thing. Okay, the body of the shirt, way too short. Like I said, the sleeves, about an inch too short, but it'll do. And there you go, it's the reflection. It'll do. We don't want to do anymore, you guys. We want to have the same expectation as everybody else has. We want stuff to fit. We want it to be stylish. The motivation. I love 6'8 clothing. If you look at this, 6'8. What do I see for it? The future. The future can be huge. You guys, there's tall people everywhere. Okay? There's tall people here in the States. Right now, most of my sales come out of Washington State, even though we sold technically in 32 states last year. About 60% is right here, Washington State. So we have a huge upside still in this country here. Okay, but how about Europe? How about Asia, China? How about Africa? How about South America? Okay, there are tall people everywhere. Secondly, we're just talking about tall men right now. You know how many tall ladies have stopped by the booth? Right there, you can double your market right there. Okay, financially, let's get the numbers over with. Everybody wants to know. Here we go. We've invested $100,000. My wife and I sat down at the very, very beginning. It was very important for me as a starter of the business that my wife was behind me 100%. We sat on the couch. We talked to the pros, about the cons, the potential of this business, why we have to do it. She shopped for me. She knows how tall it's been. She knows I'm not the only one out there. She gets it. And at the end of this evening, with very tough and open, transparent conversation, we both agreed we were going to give this 100%. No matter how tough it was going to get, we were going to stick through it and stick it out. Then lastly, support from the rest of the family. Very, very important as well. As I've told you in the beginning, I'm from overseas. I'm from the Netherlands. And most of my family is still over there. I'm the only one here. Okay, I have their support as well. They know my dad in particular worked for 37 years in the fashion business. And his dream as a young man was also to open up his store. He would take his dad through the downtown area where they lived at that time, and he would point at store fronts and tell him, say, Dad, one of these days, I'm going to have a store right there. Of course, they spoke in Dutch, not in English, but there we go. Unfortunately, his dream was never realized to that level. Having a wife and 5 kids, he chose a little bit safer route and worked very hard and provided for us in an exemplary fashion. Okay, but now I see myself realizing a dream that he perhaps planted in me. And as I go looking at fabrics, I'm on the sales floor talking to people, I hear my dad. I see him next to me. He would have loved it. And so that's a great motivation for me. And my mom sees it that way. She goes, Mark, I'm proud of you. And Dad would have been proud of you too. Now what about others? What is the press? What is anybody else? Media? Have they noticed us? How about the current Fox sports announcer and former 2-time national team member and Olympic team member for men's volleyball, Kevin Barnett. 6'6" tall. He met us at a booth for the annual Volleyball Coaches Conference in Seattle 2 holiday seasons ago. As he was really on his way out of the building, he saw our booth, read the sign, stopped in his tracks. He goes, what? I can buy a tall shirt here that goes past my butt? Next day, as he's flying home from his plane, I get a text from him. And he goes, Mark, I am rocking the 6'8 gear right now on the plane. Great job. Thank you for starting this. You're going to do awesome. How about the local newspapers here? Everett Daily Herald, Business Journal. Let me show you. November 10, 2014. Not page 2, not page 5, but front page of the newspaper. What does it say? Snohomish clothing maker dreams big and tall. 4-page article, very much in depth. Front page news. Awesome. Last but not least, Northwest Best TV Show does spots and focuses on the Northwest new jobs. They came out and wanted to do a 30-second spot on 6'8 Clothing Company. They decided to run it for 2 weeks, 14 days straight, a total of 175 times on the local Hallmark Channel and ESPN. Not just any 2 weeks, but the 2 weeks right before Christmas. Oh, and you know what? Something interesting and fun about me? I'm not really 6'8". I'm 5'20". Sorry.